are like doing this while the Red Bull is like seriously trying to go up my, I don't know if my throat and my spine, and trying to shoot it up here while it like shuts off a little. And I like the taste, so I'm trying to stop myself from really just chugging all that. I've got class. Why not? Okay. Alright. The discussion included, so the colors of reproducing genetics, right? So a baby is born, and that baby, they may be carrying over the strong genetics of that type of color and specific generally known genetics inside. And once they're born, you can see it. You can see it in their eyes, their nose, their lips, all the different body and facial expressions. And that is general knowledge. And yeah, so both of us were discussing that it is actually possible to have, okay, so hold on. This is an example, okay? This is an example. And I thought it was so cool because it means that genetics can be turned one way or another, so it's not lost. It's not lost forever. It sticks. It stays inside a family's or that reproduction line. Their genetics, they still keep what type of genetic component of the different colors and cultures that they have deep in their genetics. And so for an example, you have a black person, okay? A black person. So that black person looks black, is black. There is so much black to that person that instantly you know they're only black. A little bit of added American history here. Y'all know what happened. A lot of black babies began to be born not black. Now, we're going to look at it from a perspective of genetics. So, imagine. Hold on. This is a little loco crazy, but keep an open mind, okay? 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 Okay. So that black baby now looks a little white. It's maybe this less amount of black and that much more white toned. Okay, that is a first time now that black baby and its genetics has been changed. And so now from being here, it's over here a little, and it has been included into a new line of the genetics recognizing a new gene that has white genetics. It's not only one gene that is passed. It's this gene is a very strong, held together strand of a very strong white family and their genetics. Okay? So, let's say in this theoretical story, that baby that is now half, well, more black, so part black and part white, okay? And let's say that that white family accepts the baby, and they actually want to keep that baby in their family, like a real reason to have the life planned out for that baby. And so that baby now has a reason to grow up into adulthood, okay? And it's still a part of the family, okay? So now that family, that white family, is still a little racist, preferred, and says, well, it's nice that you have the black genes, but it's best that you have white genes. So that baby gets married and the spouse is white. So then both of them have a baby, and again you see that baby, and that black baby now is a little more white. The features are a little more white. So then, that baby, same thing, okay? So, the family, now the grandparents, plus the let's say that old baby that's now a parent. So both of them love their family and want that new baby to marry again. Well, marry, and at that old age, marry, and then have a baby. And so now you're introducing a third generation of white genes. And so now the white genes are stronger together. And so this strand is now stronger, okay? So this passing of white genes continues, and each time that baby, that next baby, and that next baby, their genetics start taking over. Okay? Taking a hold of those genes and just swapping out. And so now you have a clean set of genes only from white genetics. It has become a representation to that family that their genetics are still included and in a science type of perspective, in a very surface level general look on genetics and the way they change. So if you put it in the discussion board and extend that can happen with any genetic of race color. So that black baby that got changed over time with genetics in that line of births, that can happen with a white baby that then gets changed to, let's say, an Asian pool of genetics. So then over time, with marriages and that line of only Asian genetics, after the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th generation, that white baby, long before that passed down the Asian genetics, now that line has full restoration of Asian strong genetics. Yes, it still has that genetic that's still in there of white descendant genetic. So white genetic still lives on and has not disappeared, and it's still in this genetic life big process here that happens here on Earth. But it means that process is fair, and it can be an equal genetic restoration. And I mean, same thing. If let's say a native person only married back into only native genetics, then the genes would slowly become only native genes. So it would be the strong genes that take a hold, that then gets passed down and passed down and passed down. So, me thinking about it and living here in America, and I'm like crying, right? Because I'm like, if any of you are Native, please, 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 please consider, please, only marrying from in your the native last land here in America. Keep your genetics strong. We need to know that Native Americans will survive and continue to pass on genetics that are not then lost into the different genetics, because here in America, from the last 50, 60, 70 years have been mixed into the culture, along with other colored skin genetics. So, like, just don't get so thin and thinned out with your genetics, and it just would be so much heartfelt to have the natives really just really try
down there. Really? No, that's not how I know you. Oh, how then? I knew you long ago, didn't I? It's been some time. Every day this day had come. I've been waiting for it. And I'm so happy we're back where we belong. Where's that? Together. asleep.